Hello, and welcome to another instructional video on the MiSTer FPGA system. This video, we're going to be looking at the Tandy 1000 and PCjr cores, since the Tandy 1000 and the PCjr were somewhat clone systems of each other. I guess the Tandy 1000 would be the clone of the PCjr, and they had very similar capabilities and specs. We're going to sort of bundle these together in a thing because they're very, very similar as to how they operate. So we're going to explore this. This may be a little bit long. I think these cores are a little bit maybe not quite finished. I don't know if there's active, I don't know how much active work is being done on them, but there's some features that would be nice for them to have that they don't currently have, as far as I know. So hopefully they're still being worked on so that those things can be added. In particular, the ability to play cartridges, which is one of the kind of selling points of the Tandy 1000 and PCjr, is that you could put a cartridge in them like you could in Commodore 64s and Atari 800s and things like that, where if you just wanted to play a game, you just stick a cartridge in, you don't have to load from a disc, that sort of thing. These, as far as I can tell, as far as I've been able to see, they don't have support for cartridges yet. Therefore, that is sort of what I would call a key missing thing from these, but they've kind of been split off from the PCXT so that maybe more work can be done on them to get that sort of specialized experience for these systems. So that way you got one that has, you got your Tandy BIOS, you got your PCjr BIOS, you have whatever peculiarities of those systems, all on its own, and you know, it's ideal in the long run. It'll be great, especially if they can get those cartridge things done. There's a few other things like they can't read certain disk formats. There are some special like disk formats where they've used special systems to image the disk exactly as it is, and it uses that way if there's any tricks, in disk access that are like copy protection stuff, you don't have to like decrypt you don't have to have a cracked version of the disk. It's a regular um, exact as it is image. There's a couple different forms of those that I believe that this does not support yet. That's similar to how the Atari ST system, doesn't have those, and whether or not that is something that's going to, come one day, it's whatever. I don't know. It may happen. It may be something that doesn't happen. Developers aren't interested in. Maybe something that's, too difficult to do. I don't know enough about it to say how feasible it is. I would hope that it would be feasible, but at this point, the cores don't support it, so I can't show you that feature because it doesn't exist. Those are the main drawbacks I'd have, I would say, to it. Other than that, I think they're pretty decent cores, and I am doing this as a special request. Someone asked me to do these when they were coming out. He saw that they were coming out and got it, wanted to wanted an instructional video on it, and it's one of the people that got me to do this in the beginning to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and, of course, return that favor. So that's what we got. I'll take this moment to ask you to like and subscribe and click the notification bell, tell your friends, comment below. Let me know if this has helped you in any way. If you like it, if it's helped you in any way, go ahead and like it. If it doesn't, doesn't bother me. I'm doing this as a benefit to people to help people get more out of their MiSTers, or maybe if you don't have a MiSTer and you want to see, if it's a real pain to set up or however it works, it's really not that hard. Or you have the instructions if it's something you couldn't, easily figure out on your own. There's instructions here. If you like a video format, this is that video format, hopefully for you. So let's get on with it a little bit further here. And let me start up. I'm going to start up MiSTer Companion, which is a new program that came out a little while ago, like a week or two ago, something like that. I'm just leaving this in here for demonstration purposes. You can download these things. I already have it set up, so we don't need to do that. We're just going to continue. And it tells you right here the default username and password is root, and the username is root, and the password is 1. So we're going to go ahead and connect because I already have it set up. I have this saved. I have another video which shows you how to set this up, but there's been a couple of updates since then. So I will probably have another video later on the whole generic setup, like I did my first video in this series, where I did a here's how you set up everything MiSTer, and I'll do one with the MiSTer companion, because you can actually use that to help set up your MiSTer, make it a little bit easier, and you can use it to copy over files, and that's what I'm going to do here. Also, I have not updated my MiSTer in a while, so I'm going to go have a connect. It says connected, and this shows what it is. This says 74% used. This is my main. This is like my quote unquote daily driver, not the one I've been using for the videos. So I've decided to change to this one because instead of putting it on this, because I hadn't had it yet, I put it on my other one. You know, that was my more generic one. But the idea was to say that it was a generically, you know, it hadn't been touched before as far as that goes. But I've been using it all along, so there's not much point in that. I just need to show one that doesn't have Tandy on it, you know, or PCjr. So we're going to do that. I'm going to enable the SMB. SMB is enabled. Everybody is required. Reboot now. Yes. So we're going to reboot. The MiSTer is going to reboot. And as you see up there, it says rebooting. I will point to it with the mouse. There you go. Rebooting. I'm not sure if this detects when it has finished rebooting. It didn't last time I ran it, but that was with the old version, but I don't think it really detects it that easily. Looks like from the lights on my MiSTer, it's back up. So we're gonna assume that it is. This doesn't have an external USB storage on it, so that's why there's nothing there. And this is starting to get full here. Only 65 gigs free left. Interesting. All right, so there's new stuff they've added since my last video, so I'll just show this to you. There's some settings you can do in this with your HDMI mode, your output, all that sort of stuff. This is nice since you want to make sure your HDMI audio is enabled if you're using that for audio. Back up some settings. You can run scripts. You can install Zapperoo. You can do this to, like, if you want to migrate the SD card to I think to a different MiSTer. Well, you just would take that out to put it in a different MiSTer. But I think if you want to copy, you know, this setup to a different MiSTer, that's what you'd use that for. And we're going to do update all. Update all is installed. We're going to run it from here. Update all will run through SSH. The output will not appear on the MiSTer TV screen. Will only be visible inside MiSTer Companion. Correct. If you want the output to appear on the TV screen, run update all from Zap Scripts in MiSTer Companion. The scripts menu on the MiSTer itself. Continue. Yes. I want to see it from here because I want to show you this, how it does it from here. The main reason is I want to show you that it's going to download the Tandy and the PCjr course because I don't have them on this MiSTer yet. And that's the other thing is make sure you run update all so that you have the latest course, because otherwise you might not have them, because these are new that came out within the last couple of weeks as of time of recording. So it's looking at arcade ROMs. There's going to be several things. I haven't run update all on this in a while. There are a couple I'm interested in. If they're coming down, I don't know. There's some new ones on the horizon that I'd love to show you. There you go, PCjr. I think the Tandy was in there too. Cleaning up. Reboot MiSTer. It should reboot automatically. We'll see. Yep, there it goes. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select all of this. I'm going to save this just in case it does not. I'm going to put this so you can see it. Just in case it does not save it on MiSTer. I believe it does, and you can review it with the latest version of the update all. But since I'm running it remotely, I don't know if it'll show it. But we're going to say that, and following these versions, we're not Jaguar. Okay, so Jaguar core is now in the thing. That's cool. I think that's new. I don't think that was official yet. That's cool. That's cool. That was one I was waiting on. So we'll get one on that. Actually, I think the ROM came down, the BIOS came down before. I don't know if the core is actually there yet. Should be rebooted. So I'm going to just save this. Okay, so I've saved this as launching update all with some things in Prime. So it's my my regular one, just so I know what it is. So it's saved for later. Should be all rebooted. That should be all good. I want to show you back here where it did. Yeah, it's updated to some updates for the downloader. I know that came through recently, and this has been moving. I don't know, up in here somewhere. Probably be easier here actually to see. Let's turn mortar up off, and then we can just and we can see that it came down. Games. Oh yeah, I remember those. Some new docs. So the PCjr and the Tandy 1000 came in. They have the README files with them. And the PCX had one, and there should be a docs PCX, I think. Somewhere in here since the last time I did it, but that's okay. So that's that. Okay, so using the MiSTer Companion, I have connected to the MiSTer, and I've gone down into it's SD card games, and then whatever you want, like PCjr or Tandy 1000. In these, it's a little different path. If you're using like WinSCP, it's going to be MediaFAT games instead of like network IP address SD card games. So that's where you find the games folder. So it's either MediaFAT games or SD card games from the browser here. And we're going to go over here. I have found some images, and we're going to go look at, I'm going to show you where to get these, okay? So there's some instructions, and we're going to look at the Tandy one because I did that one first, actually. And I actually have not set up the PCjr, but it's going to be very, very similar. So we're going to go to, here is the part of the README, and there's some information on it. It's powered by the PCXT core and some other bits. And so the purpose of this core is to implement the Tandy 1000 as reliable as possible. So these things have been used, and this has been integrated. Hotego was integrated for the AdLib stuff he did, and the Tandy sound. So here are the key features. It has all these various cycle accurate cores. It's a 286 at a 3.5 megahertz equivalent. No, that's the PCAT one. This is the 8088. So it has these settings. I think you got to set it at the lowest one for this to be more accurate. I think I set it at the 3.5, which I guess was the 286. Maybe that was the problem I had with one of the games running too fast that I tested. Support for the IBM Tandy 1000. Thought Tandy was Radio Shack. I don't know. Tandy graphics. Maybe it was an IBM made one. I don't know. 128. So yeah, it's plus sheet. So Tandy graphics and CGA graphics. This is your memory. Blah blah blah. You can go ahead and read this. This is important. The IDE support, so you can have a hard drive and that sort of stuff. So here's the build configuration, CGA involved, resource profile. This gives you all various stuff, default configuration. I think this is for building it. Quick start. All right, so you copy the contents of games Tandy 1000 to your MiSTer SD card and uncompressed HD image.zip. I think I did that. But I don't have that. I don't have that here. Interesting. I think it contains a FreeDOS image. Yeah, so there's your FreeDOS. And it's just blank. It just says a FreeDOS boots. And then you have to copy whatever games over to it. In order to do that on the Windows system, I found a program, and it's like an old program that's like super like not supported anymore and stuff, but it does kind of work. It's called IMDisk, I believe. So if you can find that and install it, it should work for you. I'm running this on Windows 11, and that should work as far as being able to edit these HD image files, the VHD files. They don't mount normally in normal Windows because of the newer systems. It's not compatible, and it says there's something wrong with this image. Would you like to reformat? And you don't want to do that. So yeah, see, and this is what it says. It says CPU PC AT at 3.5 max speed. Okay, so that's the AT one. And then here's your image. And then the BIOS, you want a Tandy ROM. ROM instructions. So you got to use this script here to make your Tandy ROM. And here's your open source ROM. So what you got to do is you got to go into the thing here where it's saying like here's your let's see, this is HD configuration stuff, but there's no HD image, right? I don't see an HD image in here. These are just the files that you would copy in there. Was it here? Yeah. So here's your BIOS. Is it this one? This is your Python script. You don't have to run it that. All right, here's your XTI, right? IDE XTL ROM, right? Which is what I used here, which you need, and then your Tandy ROM, which I think I did this make ROM with Tandy. So you run this with the, is it this one? And you run that Python script, right? So you got to have Python on your system to run it to build this Tandy ROM. So it's kind of a pain to set up in that regard, but it's not too hard. And if you're really interested in it, this is something that you got to do to run it. But I'm not going to go through how to install Python and run that on your system because everyone's system is different. There's too many variables for me to show you exactly this is the X, Y, and Z of it. Just figure out how to run Python. I don't remember what version. I'm gonna go through it more specifically too. So I'll show you that. Make ROM with Tandy. Okay, so does it say what version of Python? Generate it on the fly. So you just run this and it'll create that ROM. You just have to have this BIOS to work with Yeah, you just have that BIOS to work with HD images from the same BIOS section as. So there's two ROMs you actually have to have. And you can get some other BIOSes here. I have not messed with that really. And then you can you can mount the floppy disk drive images. I'll show you how to do that. I had trouble getting any working. From what I found, there are some archives out there that you can find, and you will have to do a search for this Tandy PCjr image, which if you're observant, you can see the play it by ear game setup. That's probably the best place to get a good sampling of Tandy PC games so that you can mess around with them. There's in that pack, there's several different cartridge ones. There's floppy disk images, a bunch of stuff, so you can mess around and try and get something working out of one of those. Most of the stuff that's going to work is the HD stuff. This is assembled specifically for MiSTer stuff. It was assembled a few years ago with use with the PC XT core before it was split off into the Tandy 1000 and the PCjr, more specific ones. But it's specifically for Tandy and PCjr, so it works great should work great for either. So we're going to just copy all these over to here. It's take a few minutes. I think I may edit that out depending on how long it takes. $20, not too bad. All right, and I'm going to go up. And we're going to go into the Tandy 1000. And paste it there as well, which is redundant, but just to show you, in case you just want to do one or the other. You can leave them in there. I don't know. I guess you could make a symlink or something like that. If you're gonna have separate collections, then you could, then divide them up. But it's really the same hard drive image. I'll have to make a different ROM here for the PCjr stuff. So maybe we'll do that because right now it'll run as a Tandy. Okay, so let's see. How did I build this? Tandy ROM. What I did was I downloaded in the software, and I downloaded this. Does it make Tandy? Make ROM with Tandy. Right. So I just ran this script. And then what was it? You have to, I think it downloads this file and then builds it. I think is how it works. So let's go back to this here. Double check. Yeah, make ROM with Tandy. So there you go. That's what you got to run. So if you download that, run it, it should just build that for you in whatever folder it's in. Let me see if where I put that and see where I put that and see if I can show you that. Okay, so I have copied it into the same folder where I have my Tandy PCjr files, and we are going to open this and we're going to try Python and see if that works. All right, so it just ran and it made the Tandy ROM. So there you go. It's real quick, just does that if you download it. You have to have Python for it to work though. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I don't remember how I did it. It's already installed in my system, so I must have downloaded it at some point doing some other things. I'm sure I did actually. I just don't remember. So I don't want to show you the instructions because Python is in active development. It changes a lot. There's different versions and such. I'll just show you what version I am running so I can show you what it works with. Dash version. So I'm running 3.13, which is a pretty new one. It's not the newest, but it's pretty new. I think it might be up to like 0.14 or 15 now, but so it works under that version. So as long as you have something that new, it should work. I don't know if you need something. I don't know, because sometimes there's compatibility issues. I've noticed that with Python a lot. But there you go. That's how you run it, and then you get this Tandy ROM, and then we copy it over, and then we run Tandy stuff. So that's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the PCjr side since I haven't done that yet, and I have the Tandy ROM sitting there. So this is a little bit, instead of doing all one and then all the other, we're going to do all this, and then we're going to go over to the MiSTer. That's just my plan, I guess. And this, see, these are like next, like PCjr is right next to Tandy because they're related, as opposed to like alphabetical. It's not like under P. All right. So there's some more discussion about this. These are a little different. IBM PCjr BIOS. PCjr Tandy graphics ran blah blah blah. Present in OSD but not currently active for loading. So cassette tape stuff is showing that, but you can't use those yet. So that one had cassette tape. Current OSD exposes relevant PCjr options. So these options are going to be a little different. Most likely. So loaded from the OSD. and therefore not distributed with this repository. So you have to go find them. And the update all does not grab them for you yet. As you saw, there wasn't one in there when I copied over the files. Alternative BIOS projects may work depending on compatibility, but the primary target is original PCjr BIOS behavior. There are cartridge slots available in the OSD. That's interesting. Current cartridge handles GRC images loaded from the SD. So this will actually do cartridges. Slot mounts independently into the PCjr cartridge area. So these will work, it looks like. So we might try that. That may be an alternative. The Tandy one doesn't have the cartridge stuff. At least it didn't last time I checked it. And you want to use it, and you want to get a similar to Tandy experience. You can do that. Of course, you need the BIOS. So that'll be interesting if we run it in the other core, see what happens with the Tandy BIOS. Is that save? Yeah, it doesn't actually. Apparently, can save the waveform though. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, the 3-voice sound, which is nice. So very, very interesting. So yeah, I'm kind of fumbling along with this because this is I never had a PCjr back in the day. I remember seeing them. I remember the commercials for them, but I never had one, so I never really saw one other than maybe in the store. You know, Tandy 1000s. I'm sure I saw those in Radio Shack at some point. All right, confirm this, confirm Floppy, confirm cartridges mount correctly. So I'm gonna try and grab some cartridges for this too, which I do have, but I don't think they're not in the stuff I've copied over. So I'm gonna have to go grab a cartridge, and I'll have to show you that. And I'm gonna have to go find a ROM for this, which unfortunately I cannot point you to. You're gonna have to do a search, but I may, if I find it, I may be able to give you pointers as to where you can find that. So I'm gonna pause the recording again for just a moment while I go look for that. Let me leave it here, and I will pause that and come back in just a moment. Okay, so I have found it. It is findable. Fortunately, I can't tell you where. And let me just look at this as to where I need to put it. I've downloaded it here, and it's called system.rom, but I don't know. And then I've gone over into the PCjr folder to put it there, but I need to see what they call it. You probably can just call it whatever. And you just load it. Yeah, so I'm just going to call it that. System ROM. I'll go back up to here. And I'm going to copy this. Copy. And paste it into here. That'll be our system ROM, and we'll take a look at that and see how that works. Yeah, I think that's all I need, and we're going to go over to the MiSTer side. Just give me one moment to click over to it. Got to kind of wake it up here. All right. So in order to see what IP address, I kind of glossed over this in the copying, but in order to see what IP address it has, if you don't know how to do that, you go back and then go to the left, and that shows the IP address, which is 192.168.0.105. That's what mine is. Whatever yours is likely going to be different, so you need to come here to see what that is, and that's what you set up in the MiSTer Companion program or whatever other FTP program you're using, like WinSCP, FileZilla, what have you. Okay? So now we're going to go back to computer, and we are going to start. We're going to do the Tandy 1000 since I set that one up already. And here's our nice little thing. And I'm going to go into the settings. And I am going to load this one that has lots of nice games on it. And the CPU speed, it said, the quick thing said go to this one. System BIOS, this is where you set this up. So Tandy BIOS, this is going to be this one. And it actually starts once you set that, I guess. I don't know that's going to work because I don't have a disk in here. So it's going to look for a disk, and there won't be one. Yeah, insert system diskette. So we're going to do this BIOS, which is the IDE stuff. So then we can mount the hard drive. And then we are going to go back and we are going to, yeah, that is already mounted. So if we reset and apply settings, it should be launch. And boot up. I had a little beep. And it boots into this. And as you see, the C is highlighted. So we're going to do the hard drive here to boot. So you want to go look for that. Or if you make your own hard disk drive, use that IM disk program to, manipulate it and put extra files on it and so on. This, yeah, it's for whatever reason it's set up to read the disk in drive B. I didn't put one in drive B, so it's complaining. I don't know if there's a way to, so I'm gonna hit escape. I don't know if there's a way to set that up so that it'll automatically do a drive that exists. I guess you have to put an H, if you put an A image in there and make it be A or something like that. So that's something that's going to pop up continually and be annoying. So if you figure out how to set that up, great. I haven't messed with it. I haven't bothered with it. So yeah, this is the Norton Commander thing or whatever, and we can use the keyboard. This is a PC, Tandy 1000 computer. So you use a keyboard, right, to do stuff. So you are going to need a keyboard, not just a joystick. And what you do is you just hit enter on this, and you go up. And this is the games by year. This is the games by AC. I also installed Loom on here in the image. That's where I use the IM disk thing to install Loom to set it up to see if it worked, and it does work. So that's one thing that's really neat, and I could show you because I found a copy somewhere of this version. I've actually purchased Loom, so I have it and copied that over. So what are we going to look at on the Tandy 1000? I think this is everything you need to do to set it up with those things, especially if you can find that disk image, but you're going to have to hunt for that on your own. And I'll give you the, in the description, I'll put, what it's called so you can search for it and hopefully find it, figure out where you can figure out where to put it or where to, you can hopefully find it. All right, so let's go to my list of things I wanted to show. All right, let's see what we can get loading here. Oh yes, we're gonna go by year. This is what I did, and we're gonna go to 80. Let's do this. Let's go by older to newer. So we're gonna start with 84, and then since we're in the Tandy, let's go in the Tandy one. See what's in here. No, nothing. PC Junior. There's a lot of stuff in PC Junior. Most of the PC Junior stuff will work, even on the Tandy. So we're gonna go to Oils Well, and then we're gonna run oilswell.exe, and that should start up the program. Oils Well. So these Sierra games. Let's see. What was joystick? That's good. Sound is on. Press enter to start Oils Well. Function keys to select option. All right, so I'm just gonna hit enter. I'm gonna go level 1. Sound seems all right. Maybe a little bit quiet. I'll turn it up a bit. There. Oh yeah. So this is the joystick working? Doesn't seem to be working. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's all right. So it's using that. All right, and this I remember. This is like Anteater. And you got to get all the dots. Let me go back. Oh, I think you hit a button. All right. So that's that. That game works. Yeah. Okay. It does caps. All right. We're gonna do that. We're gonna see if we can get a. Yeah. All right. There. Press enter. We'll try one more time. See if I got this correctly. No. I don't know how you. There you. There's the retraction button. You got like a time limit there. Whoops. And then they get you, you know. Oh, you can get them if you go. Okay, I see how it goes. I see how it goes. All right. Name D. All right. So it did some weird stuff because I backspaced it. There, Drake. Okay, so that's that one. What's the best way to get out of this? Press escape, changing options. There might be like an escape to DOS. Did I see that here? I didn't see that though. I don't see that option. So a lot of these don't really escape you out. There may be, but no. Okay, so we're just going to reboot. I'm going to save the settings. That way I don't have to so it'll have these things automatically. I'm just going to reset and go back. Okay, and I'm going to load a floppy disk now. We're going to put Tapper in. Let's reset, apply those settings. And then when it comes up to the screen here, this one here, we have to hit A so that it boots from the floppy disk there instead of the hard drive. Whereas suppose if you didn't have the hard drive installed, then it would just boot from A. All right, so let's try Tapper. Now we select J for joystick. Oh yeah, now it's going to want to calibrate, which is good. Joystick to the top left, middle, lower right. There. J for joystick. No, I already did that. Just one player, or button or space to play. All right, so I just hit the button. There we go. Yeah. Give you a beer. We'll give you a beer. We'll give you one, two. Okay, okay. It does say soda, and it's just crashed. It does say soda here because this is the, not for adults, I guess, or whatever, You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That was only the original one that was in the bars. It's pretty tough. Seriously? Speeding up. Oof. I don't know why it... Interesting. Oh, shoot. Let's just crash. I'm so bad. Oh well. That's that. That shows you how that game works. All right. So I'm going to load another game, and I'll be right back in just a moment. I'm going to switch over to the PCjr. Okay, so from the Tandy core, we're going to go up here to the PCjr core. And notice those are in proper alphabetical order. I'll load this up. And I'm going to put a Tepper in. We were just playing that on the Tandy. This is the same disk image. And we're going to go ahead and load it. And you'll note the colors are going to be a little bit different. All right, now let's see if we can configure the joystick. All right, button or space to play. There we go. And the colors are a little different. La 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 la. So on the bottom here is just... I don't know if it's just because it's the long thing. There. They keep coming, though. There. And you get 2, because we're level 2. And we're doomed. Oops. The main thing is it's a slightly different color palette. You know, different graphics. Ah. You can always do that. I'm gonna get hit. Yep. Difficult. Come on. Oh, well, I just messed that up, huh? Oops. Well, that's it. And game over. All right, let's do a hardware. No, not hardware. System and BIOS, and let's put a cartridge in. Now with the cartridges, you have to actually you have to reset. You have to reload the core. There's still tapper. Let's do this. Delete. Did I do it right? There. Unmounting. That's backspace to unmount. If you go in there. Yeah, disk error, right? Because I just ejected it. System and BIOS. Yeah, Pitfall II is in there. And then core, and just reload the core. It's a bit wonky. So if you have cartridge games you want to play, you can play them on the PCjr, and then some of the other games you play on the Tandy. All right, now this one seemed a little odd with the controls, but I did get it to work. So we're gonna hit J for joystick, and oh, there we go. So it's using the analog stick on the one that I have, but it's a little bit not set correctly, and like when I let go, it drifts to the right. And the sound's really quiet, so that's another one where you might have to tweak that. But it does work. And I don't know, it's something that, either there's something with the core, or maybe there's a setting at some point that we can find. And I don't see one, but maybe there'll be a setting to recalibrate the joystick or something like that. I'm not sure what's doing that. See if I can actually get past this guy here. Yay! And then I press the jump button, nothing happens. Great. There. I did press it. So this is Pitfall II, and the sound is quite low. Well, the music is. The sound effects are fine, but the music is low. Interesting. Now there are some options. There was some options with the audio and video. There. You can adjust those. Because it's doing the sound effects maybe through the PC speaker and the others through the Tandy or the PC. I don't know. Whatever, there's the two different places. Because computers are like that, and I have to press the right button. Oh, now I'm way back up here. Alright. I think I'm pressing the wrong button. No, I think both buttons work, but one's kind of delayed. I don't know. That one works, and that one works. So, there's two buttons, which are B and A on my controller. Yeah, I'm alright. Wearing that guy's hat. But anyway, it works. Not perfect, but it sort of works. You can do that. Let's see if I can load a different cartridge now. I think that'll stay. I don't think I have to save or reset and apply settings. So I think if I just go to the core and re-hit it, I think it'll bring in the new one. We'll see. Let's just look. Yeah, it does. So I think I was having this problem too. So it may be something to do with the cartridges, because I think Crossfire was a little bit wonky like that too. You could just play a keyboard too, keyboard mode. But let's just bring this up. I'm gonna do joystick because I am. Yeah, see, it's drifting a little weird. No, it doesn't seem to be controlling properly. It is controlling. There, I am controlling it somewhat, but then if I let go, it drifts. So I would recommend playing on a keyboard mode for the cartridge games. They're pressing up, nothing's happening. Well, you can't see it, but it's what I am doing. So it's a little bit wonky. But you can always reset. And it's doing a memory check. See, 4, 64, 128. 128 kilobytes. It was a lot back then. Right, it should just come up. All right, so let's do K for keyboard. And okay, hitting. Well, I don't know what the controls are. Was probably no. Don't know. Oh, I think did I do this one? It's like WASD. Yeah, it's like W. Let's see, A to shoot left. I remember now. It's S to shoot left, D to shoot down, F to shoot right. So it's not WASD. It's ESDF, and then it's IJKL for the directions. That's not me. But yeah, IJKL for the directions. So, you know, it works a little better that way than with the joystick for some reason with the cartridge games. Don't know. Could be something that's still, you know, work in progress. So let's see. So that's that. What else do I have to show you? I am not sure. So I'm going to just stop right here and see if I have anything else and then come back. Hopefully go out on a better note. But that's what I got for all the setup stuff. And let me just show you the composite mode. I don't remember if King's Quest did it. The second one might have. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna try to do the hard drive. So we're just gonna let it go, and then it's gonna complain about drive the B drive. Now that's on the hard drive image that I found. So that's not peculiar to, not specific to the Tandy core. It's just on the particular hard drive I found. All right, so we're gonna go with the keyboard. Gonna hit that, and we're gonna go. There's Loom. We're gonna do by year, and there's two different versions of King's Quest. There's version 1, which is earlier, 86. And it's probably under PCjr. No, maybe it's under Tandy. Thought I had it here. Starlight, that's nice. Oh, King's Quest 1. Oh yeah, so it's generic. It works on both, I guess. It's not specific to one or the other. Well, that's probably why the Pitfall II didn't work, because that was a PCjr one, wasn't it? Let's look. Dr. J 1-on-1, yeah. Yeah, Tandy didn't have that. I think I messed around with Sokoban too. That worked, I think. And maybe a load runner, but it ran too fast or something. So this is as complicated as running a real PC back in the day, where stuff may or may not work. Yeah. Maybe I didn't test Pitfall II. I thought I did though. All right. Well, I know I tested. This is 85, 86. I know I tested King's Quest. You usually just go down to, was it Sierra or something? It's usually the starting. Exist.com, install H. No, we don't need to install it. It's already installed. Sierra.com. That should start it. With joystick, please center it and press one of the buttons. Otherwise, press any key to continue. If that gets a content match, that would be horrible, because this is totally a public domain thing, and this is not someone's performance that's copyrighted. All right, press the any key, and we got the joystick here, and we can wander around. It's slow. Maybe I tried the newer one and it was faster. So you wander around and do stuff, and this is the classic King's Quest game. I played this on the Sega Master System back in the day, and I did beat it. I can go in here. You need to be in the water in order to swim. Oh, I pressed swim somehow. Oh, well, I got that. What is that smiley face there? I think you gotta do like open, and then it'll say like you can't open this or something. Yeah, you can't do that. At least not now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to swim in the water. I will get killed. So the game does work. So that's that. I think there's a carrot patch back here. Yeah. See? I remembered a thing. A garden of some kind, but I think it's carrot patch. I don't remember anything much about it. You gotta do something and get a carrot and then probably give it to a bunny or something. I don't know. This is a neat game though. So we'll play this a little bit just to show you. Yeah, look, there's like confetti here. Probably like super dangerous. Let's go and see if it kills us. Nothing. And I don't remember how the commands worked and all that. You need to be more specific. Okay, I don't know. Generic drawing. It's just over here. Get. Say what you wish to get. Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah, like that. Just wander around a little bit, just to do a little bit of more exploring and like that. Let's see what's over here. Oh yeah, a little corral. Oh yeah, the goat. I don't remember what you do with that goat. Saying ba, you hear it? I think it's saying ba. Saying. Oh yeah, there's the water. Go around here. I mean, I could just like fall in the moat and get eaten by the alligators, and that'd be game over. But kind of want something a little bit more interesting than that to happen. It runs really slow, so this would be one of those where you almost want to speed it up. There's a well, some weird confetti on the ground, which I don't think it's supposed to be confetti, but maybe it's supposed to be little flowers. Oh, there's the wolf. Oh, wolf is gonna eat me. All right. Ah, there. He didn't. And there's all kinds of neat stuff in this game to like find and do and explore. It's a really good imaginative game. Good old Sierra. I think this was a yeah. Now we're back to here, so we've kind of wrapped around. Good old Roberta Williams and them their peoples that do this. Okay, so that is King's Quest. I really don't have anything more. I could just show you more games and what have you. I don't know that there's anything that vital for me to show you. Maybe there's some questions that you have that you want to put down here, and we can figure out how to play it and how to do these things. But this is the basics of how you can launch games and play games on the PCjr and the Tandy 1000. And that should be it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've learned something from this. Maybe I'll see you on another video. Thank you.